Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakṣu-dāna Tasmai Śrī Gurave Namah. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaye Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tanmaktaya Namo Namah. Yam pravajantam anupetam apeta krityam dvaipayano vidahaka tara ajuvava putreti tanmayatayo taravo vinedus tam sarvabhuta hridayam munimanatosmi tavevasmi najivami toya vina iti vingyai radhe tam nayamam jarandige Bhaktavihina paradalakshe Kshiptashchakamaditarangamadde Kripamaitvam sharanam prapana Vindenumaste charanarvindam Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhubhyevacha Patidanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo namo namaha Shri Chaitanya-manobhishtam Snapitam yena bhutale Swayam rupa gadamayam Dadati swapadantikam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Radhe Radhe. So today we'll speak about the kirtan written by Śrīla Narottama Das Ṭhākura called Hare Krishna Śrī Guru-caraṇa-padma. This is a very beautiful, very prominent, very important, very special, very powerful kirtan that we sing every morning when we do our Guru Puja in the temple, in all the temples of Gaudiya Vaishnavas, at least in ISKCON and in the Gaudiya Mate. We sing this kirtan. And Śrīla Gurudev has spoken about it, its deep meanings so many times, referenced it so many times. And Śrīla Narottama Das Ṭhākura, he wrote it for his Gurudev and for Guru Tattva in general, about the mercy and the glory of the spiritual master and how we can approach the spiritual master, the glory of the spiritual master, and begging for his mercy. So we'll sing the kirtan, call and response, and then Śrīla Gurudev has spoken about this in one of his lectures given in 1997 in Australia. He's spoken about it many times in many other places, but we'll read from this, more in-depth look at it, and try to give somewhat of the essence of it. It's about 6 pages. I don't know if we'll get through all of it, but we'll see. Okay. Śrī Guru-caraṇa-padma, kevala bhakati-sadma, vando sāvadhāna-mate, ĵāhāra ĵe-prasāde, bhāi, bhava tariyā, ję-prasāde, guru-mukha-padma-vākya, cittete kôriyā, aikya, kôrihô mane asha, Śrī Guru-caraṇe rati, uttamā gati, ję-prasāde pūre sarva asha, cakṣu-dāna janme janme prabhu se, divya gyānide prakashito, prema-bhakti yaha hoite avidya vinasajate, vedegai ĵāhāra charito, Śrī Guru-caraṇa-sindhu adama janara bandhu, lokanath lokera jivana, haya prabhu karadoya, te amore padachaya, tua pade loinu sharana, ebejas kusuk tribhuvana, Gurudeva Jaya, 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 Gurudeva. Hari Bol. So I didn't do call and response. I decided not to, in the interest of time and my voice. But now we'll read from Śrīla Gurudev's explanation of this. I'll put the kirtan in the description, but we'll read the translation right now. The lotus feet of Śrī Guru are the treasure house of unalloyed prema-bhakti, pure love for Krishna. I worship those lotus feet with great care. By the mercy of Śrī Guru, O brother, one can cross over the material universe and attain Śrī Kṛṣṇa. Make the words emanating from the lotus mouth of Śrī Guru one with your heart, and do not aspire for anything else. Attachment to the lotus feet of Śrī Guru is the greatest attainment. By his mercy, all desires are fulfilled. He who gives the gift of transcendental vision is my master, birth after birth. He manifests divine knowledge within one's heart. From him, prema-bhakti emanates, and by him, ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his exalted character. Śrī Guru is an ocean of mercy, the friend of the fallen, and the life and soul of everyone. Alas, O Master, please be merciful and give me the shade of your lotus feet. At your feet I have surrendered. May your fame now be proclaimed throughout the three worlds. So, very, very beautiful kirtan. And Śrīla Gurudev was just speaking, I was reading in Hawaii in 2004 about Guru Tattva and how a disciple should serve one's guru, giving many examples. So, these are very deep topics, very beautiful topics. We're hearing about the glory of Guru and service to his lotus feet, so we'll read from Gurudev, see what he has to say. This is February 17th, 1997 in Australia. And Gurudev would often ask different devotees to speak about the meaning of different kirtans and different topics. And then Gurudev would correct them or speak more or reiterate certain things. So here, one devotee is speaking briefly, and Gurudev is also speaking different things. So one devotee, he says, so I imagine Gurudev, they have just sung this kirtan, and Gurudev is asking one devotee to explain the meaning of this kirtan. So this devotee says that Śrī Guru, in the line of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Śrīla Narottama Das Ṭhākura, are actually residents of Goloka Vrindavan, the spiritual abode of Krishna, the topmost spiritual abode of Krishna, where he's present with his mother and father, Nanda Baba and Yashoda, Srimati Radhika, all the cowherd boys and gopis and cows. They have descended here with Goloka Vrindavan in their hearts. By surrendering to them, they manifest that Vrindavan Dham in the heart of the sincere devotee. Śrī Guru-caraṇa-padma, kevala bhakati-sadma. Bhakati-sadma means that he is the abode of all different types of bhakti, or devotion to the Lord. There are three types, three stages of bhakti. Sadhana bhakti, bhakti in the stage of practice. Bhava bhakti, bhakti in the stage of transcendental emotion. This is a very high stage where the devotee has advanced to the point of developing a very, very thick relationship with Krishna, and very deep moods of love for him. And finally, prema-bhakti, the fully ripened stage of pure love for Krishna. Prema, love, pure love. Śrīla Gurudev is the only abode of those three stages of bhakti. Kevala bhakati-sadma, vando sāvadhāna-mate. Very carefully, with great awe and reverence, I worship his lotus feet and offer him dandavat pranams, obeisances. ję-prasāde bhāi bhava tariyā jai. Oh brother, you should understand that by taking shelter of Śrīla Gurudev, you can cross over the ocean of ... material existence. But Gurudev interrupts and he says, what is the meaning of taking shelter? How will you know that a disciple has taken shelter of Gurudev? Devotee says, taking shelter means that he has no independent philosophy. He has no independent activities, but he's fully dependent on Śrīla Gurudev. Fully dependent means that he follows everything that Śrīla Gurudev does, both externally and internally. This is the essence of all instructions of Sri Rupa Goswami. Srila Prabhupada writes in the introduction to Sri Upadeshamrita that Rupa Goswami is the father of the Krishna consciousness movement. This Krishna consciousness movement is working under his supervision. One takes shelter externally by acting as Gurudev, teaching in this world. He serves Gurudev with his speech and activities of the body by performing spiritual practice and performing the 9 limbs of bhakti, hearing, chanting, remembering, serving the lotus feet, archanam, vandanam, offering prayers, sakyam, being friendly with the Lord, and giving one's full self to the Lord. These are the limbs of bhakti. Full surrender, which is actually the meaning of diksha, is that one has gotten realization from the spiritual master of his eternal relationship with Krishna. Then internally, 24 hours a day, he is serving Krishna in his internal form, his siddha swarup, his spiritually perfect, transcendental body and form in the spiritual world. Therefore, full surrender means externally and internally following Śrī Guru. So I'll explain just for a second about what was said, that Gurudev asked the devotee, what does it mean to take shelter of Śrī Guru? What does it mean to surrender oneself to Guru? And it's saying here in the song that one can cross over the material universe of sorrow and suffering, of eternal birth and death, by taking shelter of Guru. What does that mean? This devotee, he was saying that it means to not be independent whatsoever from Guru. It means giving up all of our own independent activities and being fully dependent and following everything that Guru is doing, externally and internally. So we can follow Guru, what he's doing externally, but we may not understand the really deep internal moods that he is following. And this devotee mentions that we should serve like Guru does by doing all the limbs of bhakti. And internally means that we've realized our relationship with Krishna. This is a very high topic, but basically, Krishna in the spiritual world is performing activities 24 hours a day. And many times Gurudev would ask the devotees, what is Krishna doing right now? Because right now in the spiritual world, Krishna is performing some activities. And it's like, if anyone has seen the movie Groundhog Day, it's kind of like that, where every day is kind of like not the same, but generally Krishna wakes up. Gurudev describes, it's called the 8-fold daily pastimes of Krishna. There's 8 parts of the day divided into different sections of, hour and a half, 4 hours, and then another few hours like that. There's 8 parts of the day. And within those different parts, Krishna performs different pastimes. So in the beginning, the first part, Krishna is waking up, and he's in the kunjas of the forest of Vrindavan, waking up in a kunja, and going back to his house, waking up in his house, taking bath, decorating himself, he goes to milk the cows in the morning, and then Srimati Radhika and his mother make breakfast for him, and he takes breakfast and plays with his friends here and there, and then he goes to graze the cows in the morning. And all day he's in the forests of Vrindavan, grazing the cows, playing with his friends, playing with the gopis, cowherd girls of Vrindavan. And that lasts most of the morning, afternoon, like that. And then he returns home in the evening after grazing the cows all day. And then he has some dinner. He has lunch with his friends in the middle of the day, like this. And then he has some, activities. He watches some entertainment with his friends and family, takes dinner, goes to rest, or he, fakes that he's going to rest, and then after everyone thinks that he's asleep, he sneaks out of the house and goes to meet with the gopis all night in the forest of Vrindavan. And then he wakes up, and then again, it's like a cycle like that. And so throughout the 24 hours of the day, the spiritual practitioner, the devotee, they are meditating on all those pastimes throughout the whole day, what Krishna is doing. And he's meditating on his internally conceived spiritual form. Specifically, like this devotee is saying, that in this line of Mahaprabhu, generally, they are all residents of Vrindavan, not Ayodhya, where Ram is, not Dwarka, not Mathura, not the other spiritual planets in Vaikuntha, but specifically in this line of Mahaprabhu. In our Guru Varga that we're following, they're all residents of Krishna in Vrindavan, associates of Krishna in Vrindavan. So they're carrying that mood of the love of the residents of Vrindavan, that highest love where they're not thinking Krishna's God. And so they're meditating on their form either as a cowherd boy or a cowherd girl, or like that, in the spiritual world, Goloka Vrindavan, and they're meditating on their service and their form and activities in the spiritual world 24 hours a day. So Guru, he's realized that his own form, and he's serving Krishna like that eternally in the spiritual world, in his spiritual form. So this devotee is saying that surrendering to Guru means internally following what Gurudev is doing, internally following how he is serving the divine couple in the spiritual world. This is extremely high. Most disciples do not have this realization. Only by their mercy can they reveal that to the sincere devotee who is practicing. And only a bona fide guru can reveal that also, which is very rare. So this is what it means to fully take shelter of Guru and follow his moods of service in the spiritual world. And anyhow, by Guru's mercy, we realize our own spiritual form and how we're serving Krishna eternally in the spiritual world. And Gurudev says here that ordinary devotees cannot do like this. A devotee should obey all his Gurudev's orders. He should give up his own wish in anything, his own desires, all of his own, I want to go here, I want to go there, I want to do this, I want to do that. We should give up all of our independence, all of our own ideas, all of our own desires. And Gurudev is saying he should do everything for Gurudev and obey Gurudev. He should not think what is better or bad or anything. He should simply obey his Gurudev. A disciple may say, I have offered myself at the lotus feet of Gurudev, but I will not obey him. I will not do this. This is not obeying. We will have to give our head to obey him. If we will have to give our head to obey him, then we should do so. So this is a very high mood of taking shelter of Guru, not coming to Guru and not obeying him. We cannot receive the mercy and the blessings of Guru by causing so many problems for Guru and arguing with Guru and challenging him and not giving our heart. If we cannot give our heart to Guru, then he cannot give it to Radha Krishna. And he will not accept that disciple, and he will tell that disciple to go away. And the devotee will begin to criticize his guru, and then he'll go very far away, and he'll never have a relationship with Krishna. And so the devotee should give up all of his own ideas, all of his own desires, and do everything to obey and please Guru. Even if Guru says we should cut our heads off and give it to him, we should completely follow. Otherwise, how will we'll just end up creating so many problems in the spiritual world, and Krishna will not want us to be there, and he'll kick us from there. He won't even let us enter there in the first place. And be fully surrendered, not thinking about what I should do, what I shouldn't do, completely obeying, completely giving up all of our own ideas. Then Krishna will fully give himself to us. Guru will fully give himself to us. Otherwise, we cannot control Krishna, and we cannot gain entrance into that abode of pure love. And pure love is completely without any self-interest. There's absolutely no self-interest there. If we have some self-interest, then that means we cannot have pure love. So, it starts with Guru. There's two Gurus, like we've explained. There's Ashray Guru and Vishaya Guru. There's two Krishnas. The Ashray Krishna and Vishaya Krishna. Vishaya is Krishna himself, the supreme enjoyer. Ashray is the abode of love and service to that supreme enjoyer. And so we have to take shelter of Guru first to receive that pure love, and then he can engage us in Krishna's service. And so Gurudev, he tells the story here of Ekalavya. And he's saying we should consider something in this regard. There was a boy in the Mahabharata by the name Ekalavya. Gurudev would always talk about this story so many times. He went to Dronacharya and prayed to him, "I am surrendering everything at your lotus feet. I want that you should teach me archery." Dronacharya asked the boy, "Why do you want to learn the vidya, the knowledge of archery?" And he could not answer properly that, Ekalavya. His motivation was to defeat and kill Arjuna, and also to defeat Krishna. Dronacharya knew this fact, so he refused to teach him archery. Still, Ekalavya went to the forest. He made a statue of Dronacharya and began to train. He began to practice, and he was practicing for a very long time. In the meantime, Dronacharya took all his disciples, Arjuna, Bhima, Nakula, Duryodhana, and the 5 Pandavas, 100 Kauravas, and all others. He went to the same forest where Ekalavya was and wanted to give his students an examination. There was a dog who was trying to bark there. But from out of nowhere, some arrows came and filled up the mouth of that dog, and therefore he could not bark anymore. But yet there was not one scratch in his mouth. The dog was all right, but his mouth was full of arrows and he could not bark anymore. So he had someone had shot all these arrows into the dog's mouth without harming him, without harming the dog at all, but just to stop his barking. Very miraculous thing. Dronacharya, he thought, this is a very strange thing. Who has done this? He went forward and saw a very young, energetic black person holding bow and arrows and practicing archery. He asked him, "Who are you?" "I am Ekalavya." "What are you doing? Who has done this to this dog?" "I have done this." "You are so expert. Who is your guru?" "My guru is Dronacharya." "Oh, I am Dronacharya. Yet I have not given you any training." Ekalavya says, no, you have given me training, Gurudev. Your statue has trained me. Dronacharya says, then you will have to give some dakshina, some donation for me training you. Since I'm your guru, you have to give something back to Guru for receiving his teachings. Anything you want, Gurudev, I will give you. Dronacharya asks, give me your right thumb. And Gurudev says that he did this so that Ekalavya could no longer do archery. Because like he said, he wanted to kill Krishna, he wanted to kill Arjuna. His intentions were very bad. He wanted to come to Guru and be trained by him for his own selfish desires. He didn't care about what Guru wanted, he only cared about what he wanted. That's why he refused to teach Ekalavya. He said, go away. But Ekalavya was like, I can't accept this, I'm going to build a statue and forcibly I'm going to have Dronacharya teach me. And he learned archery from the statue. Amazing. Practicing and practicing. He anyhow became very, very, very expert in archery. At once, Ekalavya took his sword and cut his right thumb off and placed it in the palm of Dronacharya and offered it to him. Dronacharya took it without any response and returned home with all the boys. Some people, not knowing the purport of this, think that Ekalavya was very surrendered to his Gurudev. They think that he has served his Gurudev so much and that he was the best disciple. But our scriptures and real gurus and authorities in our line are against this. He was not a good, bona fide disciple. His spiritual master did not want him to learn archery, yet he learned it against his Gurudev's will. That is why Dronacharya knew that in the future he would be a very dangerous person, being against bhakti, bhakta, the devotees, and Bhagavan. After some time, when the Mahabharata was over, this boy became very furious at Krishna and Arjuna. He came in front of Krishna and Arjuna and began to fight them. He began to kill Krishna and Arjuna. But Krishna took his Sudarshan chakra and cut his head off, and he was no more. Ekalavya was not a disciple at all. He was a demon. General people think of him as a bona fide, surrendered disciple. But you should know that he is not. I know that some devotees have named their disciples Ekalavya, but I think they are ignorant. They should not give their disciples or sons this name, Ekalavya. This is not Guru Bhakti. Guru Bhakti is exhibited by personalities like Jiva Goswami, Narottam Ṭhākura, and others. They are Guru Bhaktas, devotees of their Guru. Rupa Goswami is a true disciple and a true Guru. Those who are true disciples, they may be true Gurus also. Guru never makes any disciple. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati has said that a Guru never makes any disciple. What does he make? He makes everyone a Guru. To whom they will touch, they will become Guru. A true Guru will say, I am not Guru. So, Ekalavya, his fault was that he didn't care about the desire of his Guru. He only cared about his desire. His desire was he wanted to kill Krishna and Arjuna. But Dronacharya, he did not want him to kill Krishna and Arjuna, and therefore he didn't teach him anything. But Ekalavya did not care about this, and he anyhow learned archery and tried to kill Krishna and Arjuna, and then Krishna very easily killed Ekalavya. So although it seems like he was very devoted to his Guru, he didn't actually understand the inner heart and the desire of his Guru. If he did, then he wouldn't have practiced archery. he would have followed the order of Dronacharya to not practice archery. And so we shouldn't have any ulterior motive when coming to Guru, and empty our hearts of our own desires and try to understand, what does my Gurudev want? What will please him? How can we please him? If everything that we do should be to please Guru, then how will Guru be pleased? This is a question that we should ask. How will Guru be pleased? And Gurudev, he answers this later on. And so Gurudev would say that service is not right. Service is pleasing to the object of service. That we should not simply do whatever we want and call it service, but our service should be pleasing to the object of service. And so we should know what Guru wants, what is pleasing to Guru. And Gurudev would say that, how did Rupa Goswami please Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who Rupa Goswami saw as his Guru? And he would always say this, that he wrote literatures like Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Ujjwala Nilamani, Upadeshamrita, Vidagdha Madhava, Lalita Madhava, and so many books establishing the mood and the practice of Raganuga Bhakti, which was what Mahaprabhu really came to distribute to all the living entities. So he understood, like Gurudev, he said that he wrote the sloka, Ya Kumara, during the Ratha Yatra festival. Mahaprabhu was experiencing the deep moods of love of Radhika for Krishna when they were meeting at Kurukshetra. And Rupa Goswami, he understood what his guru was, what Mahaprabhu was experiencing, and he wrote a sloka that described that mood. And Gurudev said Mahaprabhu was so happy with him, and he was so happy with all the books that he wrote, because Mahaprabhu was coming to give those moods of love, that Krishna prema, that mood of Krishna prema, he's coming to give that. And so Rupa Goswami wrote about that. All of our acharyas wrote about that, and they're giving those moods in these verses filled with love that we can recite and pray for a drop of that mood to enter our hearts of pure love for Krishna. And so this was what his guru wanted. And therefore he pleased his guru, and therefore all the blessings of guru came to him. And Gurudev, he would give so many examples of disciples who fully surrendered to their gurus and fulfilled their heart's desires. And that without guru, Gurudev was saying that Jiva Goswami was the disciple of Rupa Goswami, but Rupa Goswami had kicked Jiva Goswami out for making some transgression with Vallabhacharya. He did something wrong. We can explain that later. But Rupa Goswami kicked him out and said, I never come back, and I don't want to see you. You are not a disciple. And Jiva Goswami, at that moment, he left, and he was determined that he was going to give up his life. Because without Guru, what is the point of living? He was thinking like this. If without Rupa Goswami, my life is useless, without service to him, what is the use of my life? And so he began fasting until death. And Gurudev said that there was no hope that he was going to survive. He had gotten into such a terrible condition. It seemed like that he would not recover from this. He became so sick, and he was just chanting Rupa, 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 Rupa. Not even the Maha Mantra, nothing. Because without Guru, how can we develop a relation with Radha and Krishna? It's impossible. Without the guidance, we cannot independently get to the spiritual world and engage in our eternal service. So, therefore, he was just chanting the name of his guru, and anyhow, Sanatana Goswami came and begged Rupa Goswami to accept him. But Rupa Goswami, he began weeping and again accepted Jiva Goswami. So this is how we should take shelter of Guru, thinking that he is our life and soul, and that without Guru, what is the use of my life? Without service to Guru, I have no life. I have no soul. Guru is my life and soul. Service to Guru is my life and soul. Without his mercy, I cannot progress even an inch forward in spiritual life. So always begging for his mercy and trying to understand how we can please our Guru. And of course that means that we have to accept a Guru and take initiation and endeavor to serve and please that Guru coming in Guru Parampara. And so Gurudev says here that a Guru never makes any disciple. He makes everyone Guru. So a Guru, he's always in the mood that I am simply a disciple of my Guru. And he will never think that I am Guru. He will always think that I'm not Guru. I am simply a disciple of my Guru. And so anyone who follows in his footsteps, then they also think like that. I'm only a disciple. And that comes down in the line. And therefore they are qualified to receive everything from their Guru, which is coming all the way from Krishna. And Srimati Radhika also is like the supreme Guru, being non-different than Krishna. She's teaching us how to serve Krishna. Specifically, all of our acharyas, all of our gurus in our line are really, in the line of Mahaprabhu, maidservants of Srimati Radhika. And so by surrendering to a guru in that line, this pure love for Krishna in the heart of Srimati Radhika can enter our hearts, and then we can serve Krishna. But if we are thinking that I am Guru, then we cannot, there's like a wall preventing us from receiving Guru's mercy, and we will want to compete even with Srimati Radhika like this, or compete with Guru. So we should never have this false ego that we know everything. Otherwise, how can we receive that love from Srimati Radhika, who is the source and embodiment of that love? And so therefore, a Guru never thinks like that he is Guru. But yet, whoever he touches, they will become Guru, because those people will follow in his footsteps, receive that love, and therefore be able to help others remove their ignorance and receive that love in their hearts also, because it's coming in the chain of disciplic succession. Okay, so there's many other things, the devotion of Narottam Das Ṭhākura and others. We talked about Rupa Goswami. Now, Gurudev is saying, ĵāhāra jesprasāde bhāi e bhava tariyā jai. Go on, what is after this? Devotee is saying, guru-mukha-padma-vākya cittete kôriyā aikya. Narottam Das Ṭhākura here is praying, please make the words that are coming from the lotus mouth of Guru one with my heart. Your heart and your words are one, so make my heart and your heart one. Gurudev is saying no. The meaning of this, guru-mukha-padma-vākya, cittete kôriyā aikya, meaning is that you should take the words of Guru in your heart. Don't take anything else in your heart. This will properly serve Guru. Ada na kūrihô mani ash, have no other desire in your mind. Leave everything else aside. The order of my Guru, the teachings of my Gurudev is everything. If you will do this, bhakti will come. Krishna will also be happy. Everyone will be happy. Cittete kôriyā aikya. I must obey Gurudev. I will listen to Gurudev. The teachings of Gurudev will help me achieve the service of Krishna, Radha and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the meaning of cittete kôriyā aikya. You should know that Shastravani, the words of the scriptures, Krishna's words and Shastra's words are the same as Gurudev's words. Sometimes we don't understand this fact, but really it is true. If he is a bona fide guru, his words are all in line with the Vedic scriptures and Krishna's words. All the Vedic mantras and Krishna's words are following Gurudev's words. If Guru's mercy is there, then there's the mercy of Krishna and all. Right? So, because he's completely one at heart with Krishna and Radharani and Mahaprabhu and the scriptures, which are all Krishna's words, then everything that he's saying is all in line with that. He has no other desire. He's simply repeating Krishna's words and knows his desire by the mercy of Srimati Radhika. He knows what Krishna wants, and so everything he's speaking is Krishna's desire. They're in line with Krishna's words and what he wants. So, therefore, Krishna is saying that Gurudev is saying that Gurudev is saying that Krishna's mercy is dependent on the devotee's mercy, because the devotee's mercy and Krishna's mercy are one. They are so one at heart with each other that it is the same thing. If we can receive the mercy of Guru, then it is the same thing as receiving the mercy of Krishna, because Guru is the embodiment of Krishna's mercy. And so, if we receive Guru's mercy, then we get the mercy of Krishna and Radha and Mahaprabhu and everyone, because they're all in one line. They have no separate desire. Gurudev is saying that a disciple should take the words of Guru in his heart and don't have anything else there. Right? If we will have any other desire, then we will want to leave Guru and go somewhere else and do something else. Then, what is the possibility of attaining the spiritual world? Krishna says, one who attains my abode never comes back. So if we don't really want to be there, Krishna will not force us to go there. But once we go there, we will not want to leave once we realize that love and sweetness. But if we really don't want to be there, then we'll think, oh, what is the use of this spiritual world? I want to go somewhere else, do something else. These people are always telling me what to do. I don't want to be like this. So we will have to take the words of Guru in our heart and don't have anything else there. Completely make our hearts one with his heart, which is only love and service for Krishna, which is all Srimati Radhika is thinking about. How can I love Krishna? How can I serve and please Krishna? So we make our hearts one with Guru and Srimati Radhika, and then Krishna will very easily bring us to his abode and become very eager to accept our love and service. Therefore, we should think that I have no other desire than the order of my Guru, the teachings of my Guru is everything. And then bhakti will come, love will come. Because Srimati Radhika, she's the embodiment of love for Krishna. 24 hours a day, every moment, she's only thinking, how can I love Krishna and please Krishna? And therefore, Krishna is always present where Srimati Radhika is. So Gurudev, in her line, is teaching us how to do this bhakti, how to have these moods of love, pure love, and therefore attract Krishna by our love. And then Krishna will also be happy, Gurudev is saying. Everyone will be happy. You will be happy. Because that pure love will be in your heart. And that's the teaching of Gurudev. So we have to follow what Gurudev is, listen to Gurudev is saying. And then we can achieve the service of Krishna and Radha. This is the meaning of making your heart one with Gurudev's heart. Taking all of his words, which are all in line with Shastra and Krishna. Gurudev is saying, we should have a strong resolve that I must follow my Gurudev. Unflinching faith. Right? Like if someone goes to punch you, you flinch, you get scared. Right? So we should have unflinching faith in the words and the order of Guru. That no matter what Gurudev tells me to do, no matter if it's difficult or uncomfortable or something I don't want to do, no matter what, we will do it and try to please our Guru, who is so very near and dear to the divine couple themselves. By pleasing them, then Krishna is pleased and he will bestow his mercy upon us. And so, unflinching faith that I must follow what Gurudev is doing externally and internally, like we heard earlier. What is Śrī Guru-caraṇa-rati ese uttamā gati? Gurudev is asking. The meaning is that attachment or rati to the lotus feet of Guru is the highest attainment. Gurudev is saying, what's the meaning of this? What is the highest attainment? He's saying that attachment to the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna and Radha, this is the highest attainment. So, what does Gurudev want? What does Gurudev want? Gurudev is asking. He wants that all of you should serve Radha and Krishna conjugal, or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When will Gurudev be happy? If you are serving Radha, Krishna, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is happy. Otherwise, he will not be happy. By giving anything to him, he will not be happy. He will never accept anything else. He only wants this. This is the manobishta, the innermost heart's desire of Gurudev, only to please Radha and Krishna. What a beautiful meditation. We always hear that we need to please Guru, and we need to please Guru and make Gurudev happy. But he's saying, what does Gurudev want? When will Gurudev be happy? If you are serving Radha and Krishna and Mahaprabhu, then he is happy. He doesn't want anything else. Because what is the life and soul of Guru? What is the life and soul of Srimati Radhika, who is Jagat Guru? The original Guru is only that Krishna should be happy. So if we are pleasing and serving Krishna, then Srimati Radhika will be happy, Gurudev will be happy, because they only want Krishna's happiness, because they love Krishna so much. So if we are serving Krishna, pleasing Krishna, that's the only thing Gurudev wants. He doesn't want anything for himself. Guru has no selfish desire whatsoever. He doesn't want so many nice food preparations or this and that. He's only thinking, how will Krishna be pleased? How will Krishna be pleased? How will Krishna be pleased? Krishna's only thinking, how will Radharani be pleased? If we want to please Krishna, Gurudev said, then we chant the name of Radharani. And we please Radharani. But how is Radharani pleased? We chant the name of Krishna, Gurudev said, and serve and please Krishna. So Gurudev said, how will Radha and Krishna be pleased? How will the devotees be pleased? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Meaning that if we can arrange the meeting of Radha and Krishna, that they both want to meet each other and love each other, and arrange for all of their pastimes, then they will both be pleased, and all the devotees will be pleased. Like this. So that's the secret to happiness. And this is the only thing that Gurudev wants. He doesn't want a nice facility or nice material comforts or clothes or money or anything. He's just thinking, how will Krishna be happy? And Krishna, Gurudev said, Krishna is only served by bhava, by love, by moods. Not even by any kind of material paraphernalia is not going to please Krishna. But if we have love, then even Gurudev said, if you have love, even if you don't have anything to offer somebody, even if you offer them sweet words, they will be happy. And so we chant and we pray and we cry out to Krishna and express our loving sentiments to him, and then he's very pleased. When the gopis say in the Gopi Gita, it was as if they were about to die, praying and praying and praying with the last particle of their life and soul, that Krishna simply come to them and reveal himself so that they can love and please him and serve him. And Krishna wants to taste these very, very, very deep moods of love and separation and also meeting. And so we hear about all these moods from our Guru, and we try to serve Radha and Krishna like that by glorifying their pastimes and singing about them and then arranging for their meeting. And Radha and Krishna, Gurudev said, if someone is reciting the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, then Radha and Krishna, they come to that place and they relish hearing all these things because they like to hear about their own loving pastimes. This makes them very happy. So this is how Gurudev is served. The innermost heart's desire of Guru is only to please Radha and Krishna like this. And so we should try to understand how we can please Radha Krishna. We just spoke about this. So many limbs of bhakti. Shravanam, by hearing about them, this is pleasing. Speaking about them, remembering them, serving them. So many ways. Making garlands. So many ways to please Radha and Krishna. So, this class is a little bit long. I think I'm going to stop here. I would love to keep going, but I think we'll just continue this same topic later. It's a very beautiful topic. And the ultimate attainment is attachment to the lotus feet of Guru. So Gurudev, he doesn't mention it here, but he's saying that attachment to the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu and Krishna and Radha is the highest attainment. So why does it say that the highest attainment is attachment to the lotus feet of Śrī Guru? And Gurudev said once that What does this mean? It means that by becoming attached to the lotus feet of Guru, we develop attachment for his object of attachment. And he takes all of our attachment that we have for him and says, no, you should take all of your attachment and give it and be attached to Radha and Krishna. And he doesn't want any attachment for himself. He doesn't want any service for himself. He's only happy, Gurudev is saying, if you will serve Radha and Krishna. That is the only way Guru will be happy, is that you are serving Radha and Krishna. What does he say? He wants that all should serve Radha Krishna conjugal or Mahaprabhu. That's all Gurudev wants, because that's all he's thinking about. He's fully 100%, 1,000,000% attached to Radha and Krishna. So if you're attached to Guru, he will say, do you want to come and serve Radha Krishna with me? Because I only want to please them. I don't want to please myself. So you should also have attachment for Radha and Krishna, serve and please them. And then I will be happy, they will be happy, and then everyone will be happy. Because Radha and Krishna, their love will overflow, and they will be so indebted to all of their devotees that have so much love for them that they will also love them, and all the devotees and everyone can revel and relish the divine pastimes, loving pastimes of Radha and Krishna and all their associates, dancing and playing and laughing together eternally in Goloka Vrindavan. Radhe Radhe, Hare Krishna. Oh, Krishna.